Multisoft Virtual Academy, with over 21 years of experience, offers 1,500 plus courses, partners with 10K plus experts, serves 2,000 plus corporates, has trained 1 million plus individuals, and earning a 4.5-star rating. Here we share the overview, benefits, and facts.
Now, we'll come to our Alteryx, right? So now, how to fix that? So you understood, right? Why do we need?
Yeah. The string value versus anything else in teach.
Yeah, same goes other way as well, right? So we have geolocation, right? Maybe in geolocation we need to do certain operations, but if it has v-string, you can do any kind of operation on that, right? So for that reason, you need to always change your data type as per the suitable, data type, right? So for geolocation, it should be special object, not v-string. Understood?
Yeah.
Now we understood that why we face the error, why we are changing the data type. Now if I come here, I will remove this connection. Now how we are removing? If you select on any connection, the connection will be activated. Okay. On the left hand side configuration panel, you see something called connection, right? So it is showing, because you have selected the connection, it is showing connection, right? You want to name this connection. Let's say I'll name it as first connection. Okay. Now if I come back again, you see one is written to that connection. So you can do all these things. You want to change the color of that line, you can do that.
No, sorry, can you show me again? Connection, okay, once again.
Just click on the connection, any kind of the string connection, right?
Okay.
The cable kind of thing. Just click on that cable. You will see name, right? You can name anything. Let's say input. Let's say this input data, right? So my connection name will be input data. It will be written, right? And I want to change the connection color as well. I can do that. And you see all those fields going through that connection as well. Okay. You want to make it.
You moved the updated salary further away, right?
Correct. No, what I did is, so it was earlier, it was like this. Okay. So what I did is, I selected that connection. Okay. I clicked on delete.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. The connection will be deleted. Now, to reconnect, I'll just select this output anchor from that input tool and drag and drop next to the input anchor of that problem. I'll reconnect that again, like earlier. Okay.
Got it.
Now I'll remove this now. Okay, now 1 second. Now what I want to do is, let's suppose you want to connect it to the select, right? So I'll just select this anchor and drag it, drop next to the formula tools input anchor. Okay, so now my updated salary will now connected. I'm dragging that tool next to the select tool. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now again, the updated salary is now not coming, but you see the error is now gone, right?
Yeah.
Now if I rerun,
because you change the type of the data.
Correct. I change it in the select tool, right? So for that reason, if I come here to the formula tool and select the output anchor, you see my updated salary is now showing, right? 0.20 is now added to all these things. Okay. And you want to check the metadata, you can check my updated salary is showing v-string. Okay, there is one error we did again, right? So what we did is, we have changed the salary data type, right?
Yeah.
And we modified it to 20.20. Now my new column is created, right? Correct? There was a new column created, which is called updated salary, right?
Yeah.
But that updated salary data type, again, we change it to B-string, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the correct way, right? So what you need to do is, if you come to this formula tool again, you see my column name is updated salary, my formula is salary into 0.20. Data type, what is the data type we want to select? So this data type, we are writing the data type of this column, right? So what we can do is, we can change it to double. Okay, now if I run it again.
What does double mean?
Double means same, right? So basically decimal value. So integer value, wherever you have point, you can change it to double, float, and all those things. Okay.
Okay.
Rounded to 6 decimal. So basically, it is rounding to 6 decimal. Now, instead of double,
Is it rounding 2-digit? You mean double?
Yeah. If I change it to float, 1 second. Now float is lesser. So double is bit, the size is 8, right? Float is size is 4. Basically, these are the size of this decimal, right? Decimal value.
So are you saying in float it could be 1234.1234, in double could be 1234.12345678?
No, it's not like that. One second. Okay, if you see that numeric data type used for numeric value, right? Byte is the small whole number. Okay, integer 64 integers, these are all varying size integer value. Okay, now come to float and double. Floating point numbers for more precise calculation, but not ideal for direct equality comparison. So both are floating point value. Floating point means, let's say 25.33, right? Or something can be 0.5, right? Something like this. So this point can move any place. So that's the reason the float and double is there. But float is the lowest value and double is a bit more size compared to float. Okay.
Okay.
Now if I come to string again.
I'll go and read this again today.
Yeah. Just whenever you have time, right? So just read this. See, float, a standard single precision floating point. It uses 4 bytes, right? But double is using 8 bytes. Okay, so float is low number, 8, double is 8 bytes. So that's the reason when I change it to float, right here, now I have changed it to double. You see, I have 1937.222031. Now if I change it to float and I rerun it, you'll see my sum value after point will be lost. Okay. Now you see, right? So my value after 0.22, it's showing 37.22. Now if I go to my output, I will see more value.
Sorry, where is showing 37.22?
Now I'm clicking on the output anchor of that formula tool. I'm going to the last updated salary. You see here, right?
Yeah, okay.
Now if I change it to double and rerun it, you will see my value changes to 0.22 and some value, right? So 220.312. Now let's suppose you want to know exactly the precious value, or you want to have that precious value, then have it as double. But let's say for your calculation, it doesn't matter. You need to round it up, right? You can use float. Okay. So for that reason, you can use that. But I will say you go through these data type files once, okay?
Oh, no, I will. Yeah, to understand it better.
Yeah, to understand it better, right?
Yeah, and I'm also going to actually do through a workflow also, just like see the file, play with the file a little bit, how you have done today, just for me to understand too.
Yeah, I'll send you this workflow also, right? I'll attach this workflow and send it to you over an email with the input file. You can just download this workflow, open this workflow in your Alteryx also. Okay, you'll see whatever things are there. Now to close out, right? So what we need to do is you need to split data, right? So if you remember, what we are doing is we are splitting the data, right? So split data. Okay, to split any kind of data, why do we need to split first, right? Let's suppose we want to split by let's say something called employment status.
Or male or female, gender.
Yeah, that you can do. Or you want to, let's say, split it by employment status, right? So what I'll do, I'll drag one more tool called filter tool. If you see here, right?
Yeah.
I'll drag it next to it. I'll just hover over here and drop. Okay. Now filter tool is nothing but a tool where you can filter the data. Okay. If you see here, select basic custom filter, it has its own configuration. So for all these tools, right, the configuration are different. The configuration panel, if you see, right? Correct. If I'm changing the tool, my configuration panel is changing, right? Because the configuration is set up as per its tool's capabilities, right? Now this filter tool can use for filtering the data. Now if I say, I'll select employment status, right? I'll say employment status equals full time. Okay. Employment status equals full time. Now if I click on, you understood, though in the basic filter, first column is showing me all the available column. Okay. So I selected employment status. This is an operator. It's showing equals, doesn't equals, is null, is not null. So now what I need to do is equal, full time. So what it will do is, it will redirect all the employment status full time to another place, and anything not matching to that will go to another place. Now if you see the select tool, right, there is one input anchor but two output anchor, right?
Right.
One is true and another is false, right? So if I select on true, I'll see all full-time employee. Because what tool configuration I did is employment status equals full-time. So that means this logic is satisfying. That's why it's true, right? So everything is going to true side. All the full-time employee are going to true side. Now if I come to false, all the remaining things are coming here.
Okay. So every time filter gives you two options, true and false?
Yes, two options, true and false. Now, why do we need to do this? Because there can be a situation where maybe for full-time employee, you need to do certain kind of data manipulation or calculation. Let's say for full-time employee, you want to give bonus, right? So what you need to do is you need to just attach one formula tool and add bonus to their salary, right? For employee who are not full-time, you need to maybe add another amount, right? You can do that using this select tool. You can do attach a formula tool next to select tool and do different calculation differently, right? I can attach a formula tool here, do certain calculation. I can attach formula tool here, do certain calculation, and then merge back both of them together.